YouTube, welcome back. This is week 7 of my Contrave update. Again, I'm in the car because that's what crazy moms do and that's the only time they get. So it's been about 3 weeks since I last updated and I've had some really good results. I'm really excited. So when I first updated on my 4-week video, which was my first Contrave video, and if you haven't seen that, go check it out because there's a lot of good information on how I got started on this journey. But on week 4, I weighed in at 199. And on week 7, 3 weeks later, I'm excited to say I'm at 191.2 this morning. I was really hoping to be in the 180s, but that's okay. Slow progression is good progression. Hopefully that means it's going to stick. So just a couple of things. I have done pretty good with my energy levels. I do work out almost 4 to 5 times a week, if not more than that. I was the second highest punched in person at Planet Fitness and my personal gym last month. So I was pretty excited about that because going from somebody who made all the friggin' excuses in the world of why I shouldn't have a stupid membership, I went 18 times last month. So clearly I'm doing something good. So I'm pretty proud of myself. The one that hit the highest, she was at 20. So I'm hoping to break my record this month. I think so far I've maybe only missed 2 days. So we're kind of rounding the end of the month anyways. So yeah, so I go to the gym often, so that has helped. Last update said I was doing 2.5 miles. I'm now running 3.1, if not a little bit more, during my calm down process. And I can do that in around 40 minutes. So that's been a pretty good progression for me as well because I've never ran 3 miles. I never wanted to run 3 miles, and now I can set a pretty good pace and I can get it without losing breath. I can do it while talking a couple times, and I can do it without feeling like crap afterwards, because it does take a while to finally get up that momentum and get up, your endurance to be able to withstand running. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. We have a 5K scheduled at the end of April, so I'm pretty excited. I'm really hoping that maybe this will kind of encourage me to continue my numbers. And I've tried really hard pushing myself, and so I run at like a 4.5 on the treadmill, and I try really hard to push myself and run at 5, but I noticed that when I do, I have to stop and take more breaks, which pretty much balances out running at 4.5. Even if it's like a 2-minute break, I'm so out of breath that I really have a hard time picking back up. So my husband, he's been running with me, and he says, just set a good pace and continue at it. Maybe up it by 0.1 next time you do it if you can. But so I'm really trying to get my good pace and really get it going. So yeah, that's been that. I've done really well. Before starting Contrave, I occasionally would get energy drinks. I was pretty I don't know, not frugal with like coffee and stuff like that. And now I've done really well like mixing my protein drinks in the morning. I get like a Premier Protein, and I mix that with some cold iced Starbucks coffee over ice in the morning. And so I get like my protein, that's my breakfast, and I also drink coffee with it, so that helps too, because I love coffee and I kind of want that coffee fix. So I tend to do pretty good when I do that route. The other thing that I've noticed, we don't have a Starbucks near us, but we do have a Big B. Oh, look at these hairs. Ooh, I got my hair bleached and you can tell where it fried some. But anyways, we have a Big B close to us, and so I will go and I'll get 3 shots of espresso over ice. Sometimes I throw in a couple pumps of sugar-free hazelnut. Sometimes I splurge and do 2 pumps of the salted caramel, and with my chocolate protein, it is so good, but it's a treat. I try not to do it often because it's just extra calories that I don't get to eat during the day, so I don't really want to drink my calories. So yeah, I'm still sticking to 1,200 calories. I still track pretty much everything that I put in my mouth, because if I don't, I notice that it really gets away from me, and I'm really bad about catching them back up. And then I still have not been eating the calories that I work off, so that was something that they had told me not to do when I was seeking out VSG, and I still haven't really started putting that in occasionally if I feel like I'm going over. I don't want to see the red number because I'm a loser. I don't know. And so I'll put in my workout calories then. But for the most part, I don't eat over my 1,200 calories. And even if I'm working out, I don't put those in. That way I don't try to eat those off. So I've been doing pretty good with that. And I really don't go hungry. I do have cravings. I do have snacks. I've been trying to find alternatives. That way I don't snack on the bad stuff. For example, one time I was just craving Belgian waffles. I saw a video. I wanted Belgian waffles. I want them with strawberry. I want them with lots of Cool Whip. I wanted it so good. So I did get some frozen strawberries. I got some fresh strawberries. I mashed them all up. And with that and a little bit of fat-free Cool Whip on top of some Kodiak pancakes. And it was really good. It curbed that craving that I was seeking. And it was really good and it was healthy. So that's kind of been my go-to, is trying to make something healthy out of something that I'm really craving. I kind of go towards apples and a little bit of peanut butter. I don't do it often, but if I'm really having a sweet tooth, I can always eat apples and peanut butter, and that kind of helps. And I do throw in some dark chocolate mini chocolate chips, so that helps too. That's kind of like my sweet. So what else? I have a little note here. I know in the last video that I updated you with, I did have like a dizzy spell when I ate breakfast that was really that was moderately high fat, and I felt really kind of loopy feeling. And since then I haven't had that. I even ate pizza last night. I had 2 slices of pizza, which I tracked, and I ate the pizza and I took my medicine or the Contrave, and I didn't have any adverse reactions. I didn't feel dizzy. It was all good. So I really haven't had that since, and thank goodness. There have been moments of nausea, and I think I explained this in the last video. I don't know if it was motion sickness, because if we're in the car for a long period of time, I do get motion sickness. Or sometimes if I get like really hot and I'm in the car and maybe on an empty stomach, I start to feel sick to my stomach, and I don't know if that's the Contrave or if that's just in general motion sickness. But I do keep Bonine, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I keep that in my purse because that was something that I read on a lot of blogs that people who were taking Contrave would keep on them, and it helps. It goes away and it's phenomenal. So I've never really had any issues as long as I take that. It takes care of it. Occasionally I do have a little bit of a sour stomach, but I've always had heartburn, so I don't think it has to do with the medicine itself. I just take a Tums and it goes away, and I'm fine. I really try to still push water. I think that that's probably the best thing for me. I do get parched I keep saying really, but I get parched often, but I do think that that has a lot to do with I'm working out. I'm sweating like a maniac. I leave the gym with wet rings around me. So I think that has something to do with it. And because I am pushing water, my body's not craving water. So I tend to drink more of it, which is a good thing. So I think that's really it. So yes, I am leaving for Florida on Friday, which is in a day and a half, and I cannot stinking wait. We're taking our kids on spring break, so I'm really excited. And I'm really hoping that that'll give me an opportunity to still work out. Maybe not so much at the gym, but I'm just going to try to run the beach because I'm so excited about that. And I'm still trying to work towards that 5K. I really don't want to have shitty numbers when I run. So I'm going to feel... I don't want to say I'm going to feel defeated, but I'm going to be discouraged if I can't beat my time. So that's what I'm working towards. This is an on-scale victory. So I will say, when I first started this whole journey, I was like a size 17 in JCPenney's Arizona jeans. I always get this, what are the like super tight skinny jeans? I like them. And they're more form-fitting. So I saw somebody. So I fold them up at the ankles and kind of like pedal pushers, I guess you could say, or more the Capri style. So I wear usually a size 17 in that, and I probably could have turned these babies in maybe 3 weeks ago, probably when I made for my first video. They were a little baggy on me. Now I legit have to buy pants because they are sticking probably 2 inches away from my stomach, and I'm having to wear my belt super tight, which kind of gives me a muffin top. So it's about time to trade them in. But I have a really hard time buying clothes that are expensive or clothes in general, if I'm going to have to turn around and buy more. But I guess those are those are growing pains, right? I guess that's a good thing. I did have a weigh-in with my doctor when I was about 5 weeks into taking Contrave, and at that point I was around 195. No, 197 I think I weighed in. I was really pushing to be in the 195, but I wasn't there yet. And she said I'm doing great. She said everything looked good. She asked me where my goal weight was, and I said I would love to be 175. And she thinks that that's a obtainable goal. As long as I continue to work out, I continue to eat healthy, it's something that I can strive for. She did say I'm probably never built for the frame of 150, because I did get there at one time. Unfortunately, it wasn't necessarily the healthiest way, and I was working out 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, and it was not conducive to my family. So she said that if I can get to the 170, she said that that would be an obtainable goal and it would be a healthy goal for me. So, you know, this whole BMI malarkey, I don't want to say that I want to fall into play with that. I would love to have a normal BMI, but honestly, I don't think with my body type I'll ever have a normal BMI. So I got to find ways to be happy with myself, happy with my size, happy with the scale, happy with my BMI, even if it's not to society standards. So that's that. If you have any questions, please leave them below. I'm sorry I'm rambling. I'm trying to get this all in before I get my kids from the library, because you'll never get a video from me when I have 4 kids in the car. So yes, again, if you have questions, please leave them below. If you have comments, I'd love to hear them. I hope, again, this inspires you. I hope that, again, it puts a little more clarification out there. Oh, she did say she wrote me a script for about 6 months. She's hoping that I can obtain my goal in roughly 6 months. If I can't, she said she doesn't have a problem prescribing another 6 months, but she doesn't see where that would be necessary. And she said when I'm ready to wean, I'm going to do it just like I started. I'm going to take my full dose, which is 4 pills, 2 in the morning, 2 at night, and then I'll go down to 1 at night, 2 in the morning, then I'll go down to 1 at night, 1 in the morning, until I'm at just 1 in the morning. And again, those are on week step downs, so you'll do those gradually, and then eventually, probably like on your 5th week of weaning, you'll be at nothing at all. And she did say, you know, you can still have a little bit of headache, you can have a little bit of the kickback from being on medicine and trying to come off it, but she said she's really seen no adverse comebacks. She hasn't really seen where people have the weight put back on, so hopefully it's a good change. So I'm happy, my husband's happy. That's what I care if he's happy, because as long as I'm happy, he's happy. So I think that's about it. If you guys can think of anything, let me know. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll fill you in soon. Bye.